The Secretary General of the Nigeria Football Federation, Dr. Mohammed Sanusi, says the Falconets missed the flight from Istanbul, Turkey to Nigeria, explaining that they were not stranded in the European nation. Sanusi's claim followed reports that the Falconet, who left Costa Rica, venue of the 2022 Under-20 Women's World Cup, on Monday after crashing out of the competition, were stranded in Istanbul. The players were pictured sleeping on bare floors and chairs at the Istanbul airport waiting for their flight. Sanusi described the report as mischievous and misleading. And joining us now on the news to discuss this burning issue in the sporting world is Seun Ajidagba, a sports journalist. Good evening to you, Seun. How are you doing?
Yeah, good evening. It's a pleasure joining you on the show.
Okay, thank you so very much, Seun. So quickly, Seun, can we have your comment on the treatment of the Falconet after such a great run before their Netherlands defeats?
Well, you no longer know that the Falconets, after winning their 3 matches in the group stage, got knocked out in the quarterfinal by Netherlands. But once again, what we saw is what we call administrative gaffe. Dr. Mohammed Sanusi tried to defend the Nigerian Football Federation that the incident that happened in Istanbul, Turkey, where the ladies were refused visa on arrival as a result of the incident that we saw, was because FIFA were the ones in charge of their traveling arrangements, that they had to leave Bogota, which is in Colombia, to Panama, and their flight was delayed for 3 hours. And from Panama, their flight was further delayed for 1 hour to Istanbul, Turkey. And by the time they got to Turkey, the flight that was supposed to connect them to Abuja, Nigeria, had left them. So they requested for visa on arrival, but the Turkish embassy refused them because they said their names have been removed from the competition. And when they begged them that they should even get an hotel to sleep, they said there's no way. So they had to provide a place for them at the airport. And they said after every 5 hours, they will be giving them food. That even before they traveled, they requested from FIFA that they should get a visa on arrival from the German embassy so as to avoid this incident that you are seeing. But my sister, I tell you what, this is all fast, and it's all ways of trying to shift the goalposts. If it's the first time this kind of thing will be happening, I say no. At the last Olympics, some of our athletes were disqualified because of out of competition tests. At the last Commonwealth Games, 2 of our para-athletes were disqualified because they didn't get to the venue for inspection of their jersey on time. Even during the Super Eagles era of late Stephen Keshi of blessed memory and Rashidi Yekini, they forgot to take their jerseys to the field. The track that they wore was what they cut into short knicker. The last World Cup, the last group game Nigeria played against Algeria, Nigeria was disqualified because some persons in the NFF who didn't know their job did not know that Shehu Abdullahi had picked off 2 yellow cards and were not supposed to play that game. Guess what? Nigeria played 1-1 in that game, but they awarded 3 points to Algeria because we used an ineligible player. So if we had not qualified before that final game, that was how Nigeria would have missed out of the World Cup. We can continue to mention a lot that has happened. So the question is, are there dire consequences? No. This is a shame of a nation, and people should suffer for it.
Much, but what is your take on the response of the government as regards the pictures of the players that were trending, all over the social media?
It's shamelessness. It's not people want to accept responsibility that we failed, that administratively we have failed. This is the same Amajima Vimpini who is requesting for 10-year elongation. And the basic things you have not done, instead of them to admit that they made a mistake. See, these ladies were washing their jerseys. And the excuse that they gave is that they gave them 3 green jerseys and 2 white jerseys, plus some tops. That when they took their jerseys to the laundry of the hotel, when they brought it back, it was the NFF logo and the FIFA logo and some of their names were peeling off. For me, I found that ridiculous. Dr. Mohammed Sanusi, you should have done better. That was a shame. If you are using a quality jersey, there is no way a washing machine will peel off your name. I have jerseys, original jerseys, and I wash them with my washing machine. The names don't peel. That was a lame, flimsy, untenable, and a silly excuse to give.
Thank you so very much, Seun. But how do, because this issue has become an unbecoming thing, it's every now and then. So how do you think this particular issue and the recent one we have has painted us, Nigeria, as a nation in the global world?
It has further embarrassed us. These ladies were getting $50 as daily allowance. And they said when they get to Nigeria, they'll give them 40,000 naira to get to their various destinations. You can't even get them a flight ticket. Let me give you an instance. In Sena clients, people resign for incidents like this. You could see the chain of incidents that I counted for you. Even when we won the Women's African Cup of Nations in Cameroon under Florence Omagbele, the ladies protested. They said they were not going to return to Nigeria if they don't pay their money. The last WAFCON that was won by South Africa, you saw what the ladies did. They didn't train before the game against Zambia because they were not paid their money. So people don't suffer for consequences. The president of the Algerian FA resigned when they failed to qualify for this last World Cup because he said, I have not done what I'm supposed to do. He was not the footballer. But in Nigeria, there are no dire consequences. If it were to be in same climb, people who are in charge would have resigned because this is shame of a nation. The ladies were sleeping on the ground at Istanbul. And the question is, why must it only be Nigeria? Did other countries not travel for this competition? Were they not proper plan arrangements? And I have not seen a situation where you get knocked out of a tournament and FIFA are the ones who are going to be taking care of your traveling arrangements. Look at how the ladies have been traveling from Monday. They first went to Bogota. Bogota, they went to Panama. Panama, they will get to Turkey. Turkey, they will connect to Nigeria. You are stressing this under 20. People who went to serve you. And then you come and sing the national anthem to say the labor of our heroes shall not be in vain. It's already in vain while they are alive. Where will the commitment come from?
Okay, and already you said that the labor of the heroes past is in vain, but just so that we can prevent it, what do you think we can do to better encourage these people in terms of emoluments, key and other things, especially the girls? What do you think we can do about it?
My take is, one of my lecturers that I respect so much, Professor Clement Oluseun, he said the problem of Nigerian sports is what we call incongruency. When you put square pegs in round holes, people who don't know how to administer sports, you put them to administer sports, the result you get is what you are getting. That's the problem. We must have people who are technocrats, who understand football administration or running of sports in the country. That's where we will get results. Almost all the achievements that we achieved at the last Commonwealth Games in Birmingham, UK, were achieved by the female. You cannot say Nigeria's contribution was there. What gave those people medals was sheer will to succeed. Sheer will to succeed. In England, there is what it is that they call 8 years to podium. That means they will train you for 8 years, and you get to the podium. Nigeria started going to the World Cup for female in 1991. Fast track to this day now, countries like Morocco, Zambia, South Africa are beating Nigeria, where we are supposed to be closing up with countries like Japan, countries like England, countries like the USA. Look at where we are.
Please do subscribe to our YouTube channel and don't forget to hit the notification button so you get notified about fresh news updates.